Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs, and today I felt like playing some Fire Emblem 3. Oh yeah, Mystery of the Emblem. And I know what you guys are thinking, yeah, I should probably complete some of my other countless Fire Emblem Let's Plays that I have on my channel at the moment, but hear me out. I know that I have a lot of unfinished Let's Plays, and I do intend on finishing them all, but I really wanted to play some Fire Emblem 3, because I've missed this game so much. Now, many of you may not be aware, but I have a very special, deep connection to this game. It is very dear to me. I wouldn't say it's my favorite game, but it's definitely one of the ones I have the most emotional ties to, so Fire Emblem 3 was my introduction to old-school Fire Emblem, and it was also the very first Fire Emblem game I've ever played on a cartridge. Up until I discovered this game, all the Fire Emblem games I've ever played was on the emulator, and I would always play them alone, since my friends weren't really that into Fire Emblem. I tried to make them play it, but they just didn't like it. And I always felt like Fire Emblem was one of my forever alone things, you know. I would always sit alone and play Fire Emblem. But I still love those games to death. However, all that changed when I took a study trip to Japan during school, and one of my classmates was a big Fire Emblem fan, and I noticed when I discovered him playing the Sacred Stones on a Game Boy Advance during school. And I was like, hey, you like Fire Emblem? He was like, yeah, I love Fire Emblem, and we ended up having a lot in common. And while we were in Japan together, we stumbled across, by pure accident, a gem of a store. It was like an old-school video game store, where they were literally giving away Super Nintendos for free. Like, they were like $10. It was insane. And they were selling these old-school games that I didn't even know existed anymore. Games you would have to pay a ton of money to get on eBay. You know, just shelves crammed full of jewels, pretty much. And we bought so much shit in that store, because we both had a love for old-school video games. And among the countless games we bought, we picked up Fire Emblem 3, 4, and 5. Now, after bringing the Super Nintendo back home to Norway, we realized we needed a power adapter to actually play it. So after many failures, we went to a lot of electronic stores, and we nearly roasted our Super Nintendo on 3 different occasions, until we finally found a power adapter that was suitable. I actually think we stole it from a friend of ours. We borrowed it, and we never returned it. But during the following summer vacation, we played Book 1 of Fire Emblem 3 together, and it was such an amazing experience for me to sit on a couch and actually play Fire Emblem together with a friend, passing the controller back and forth, discussing strategy, you know, arguing over what units to use over who. Now, of course, it wasn't Japanese, but my friend, he knew a little bit of Japanese, and we always had the internet for translation scripts if we were really curious about what was happening, but he actually was able to translate most of the game. So during the first summer vacation, we played Book 1, and during the second one, we played Book 2, and it was probably one of the best moments I've ever had playing Fire Emblem. Moments, I should more say, like times playing Fire Emblem. And after playing with him, eventually he ended up going away. I think he studies in Philadelphia now. I had issues playing Fire Emblem alone. You know, whenever I would play Fire Emblem alone, I would always go like, oh, I wish I had someone to talk to. And for that reason, I actually started making Let's Plays of the game, because that I could connect with people over the internet, I could upload games, and I wouldn't feel alone when playing. You know, it sounds a little bit sad, but this game is actually the reason why I started making Let's Plays in the first place. So yeah, for that reason, I really like it, and that's why I'm going to play it. So I decided I'm going to try out Book 2, so I played Book 1 countless times, you know, both in the remakes, and I recently played Fire Emblem 1. And I still haven't played the remake of the remake, so to say, Fire Emblem 12, I think it is. Because it never got released in Europe, and I haven't got around to downloading an emulator and a translation patch yet. But then I realized, wow, I can actually play Book 2 here. And it's been so many years since I played Book 2, I hardly remember anything that happens in it. And for that reason alone, I think it's going to be a very enjoyable process. Oh, I remember this sound. We always laughed at it and called it like a flight simulator. It's amazing. Oh, memories are coming back to me right now. Oh, we were sitting in a couch and we would always eat like like nacho chips, and we would drink Pepsi Max while we were playing, and we would like sit there and be excited. Okay, I gotta narrate now. After 5 long years, the Great War with the Dura Empire, which caused much suffering, and was later called the War of Darkness, ended with the defeat of the Earth Dragon King Medivh. The warriors who had gathered under the Fire Emblem returned to their homelands, and to restore the lands from devastation, used up much strength. I mean, my friend always thought that was the reason why everyone goes back to level 1. They used all their experience to build up their homelands. Anyway. Among the countries that once made up the 7 kingdoms of Akanaya, Gra and Gruna were ruined. Arisha, Orleans, Macedonia, and Talis were also deeply scarred. Even the Grand Kingdom of Akanaya was undergoing restoration. Then, at the royal capital Palace, which was still shaken by the war, an important event occurred. King Orleans' younger brother, Hardin, married Princess Nina, and ascended as the 24th King of Akanaya. Good old Hardin and his amazing turban of doom. After becoming king, Hardin, although seemingly reluctant, instantly restored the country. He gathered many soldiers to create a powerful army. Following that, he declared the restoration of the Holy Empire of Akanaya, and declared himself Emperor. 1 year after the end of the war with Dura, the world seems to be entering a state of peace. But the wheels of fate appear to have a fault. Dun dun dun. Chapter 1, Gruna Expedition. 1 year has passed since the War of Darkness ended. Thanks to the efforts of Prince Marth, the Kingdom of Arisha, devastated by war, finally begins to stabilize. The Knight Jagan, who succeeded the old Morduf, became the prince's tactician and helped him rule the country by his side. Afterwards, Princess Shida was welcomed to Arisha, and her marriage with Prince Marth was announced. The citizens of Arisha were happy for the pair's fortune, and Shida was passionately welcomed to the country. However, nearing the day of the wedding, a letter suddenly comes from the Imperial Palace of Palace, containing an imperial order. Dear Prince Marth of Arisha, at the Kingdom of Gruna, occupied by Akanaya, a huge rebellion has broken out. I request for your country to subdue Gruna. Your Highness, please send Arisha's full army immediately to quell Gruna's rebellion. Emperor Hardin. The Kingdom of Akanaya is the suzerain state of Arisha, and its orders must be followed. The helpless Marth orders the knight Cain to protect his kingdom, and he leaves along with Jagan and the others to an expedition to Gruna. Why couldn't he leave Jagan to defend and then bring Cain along? I think that would have been much better. Alright. Aw, yeah. Brings back memories. No, it's bandits! You can't have a Fire Emblem game without bandits. It simply does not work. Jagan! We finally arrived! Is that the rebel fortress? I just saw the Occupations Army General Lang. You should ask him directly. Oh, this is... I remember this guy. This is General McDouche. Sure, you are Lord Marth. Currently the situation is relaxed. We have already subdued most of the rebels. All that remains is this fortress. Since you are here, I will leave the job of defeating the rebels' leader, General Lawrence, to you. Oh, it's Lawrence. Uh-huh? The leader of the rebels is General Lawrence? Why would he rebel? Oh, I don't know why, but it is a fact that he is hiding Gruna's prince. He is probably dreaming of restoring the kingdom of Gruna. What a fool! He really thought this rebellion would be victorious? Lord Marth, you will kill General Lawrence and bring back the hidden Grunian royal children. We will leave this place to you and pursue the escaping rebels. We must show those Grunian fools the consequences of opposing us. General Lang, what are you planning to do? If you want to know, I'm going to slaughter the families of the rebels. Then we will burn down any villages that harbor the rebels. That will stop them from contemplating rebellion again. I can almost see the tears off the faces of those fools. What? How can you be so cruel? There's nothing wrong. You'd best follow my orders and not think about things too much. Or do you also intend to rebel against Akanaya? What? Of course not. Then you'd better listen to my orders. Lord Marth, don't think too highly of yourself. In my eyes, you are just the prince of a weak country. With his power, Akanaya can easily destroy your country at any time. Don't forget about this. Yep, General McDouche strikes again. Jagan, what's going on? Why is Hardin handed over this country to such a man? General Lang was once a noble of Akanaya. However, in the previous war he supported the Duro Empire. I heard that he stole from other people to add to his own wealth. I fear that he has continued his ways at Gruna and caused suffering to its people. So General Lawrence's rebellion is completely understandable. Jagan, how can he say things so casually? If we don't inform Hardin of the truth, more innocent people will be killed. Your Highness, I understand your feelings. However, Lawrence's rebellion is a fact. First, we must see how we can help him. Basically, we should listen to what the citizens have to say, so we can affirm what has happened to this country. Then your Highness can talk to General Lawrence personally. But the rebels don't know that we're from Arisha. Can we reach the fortress safely? Don't worry. Most of the rebels have already fled. All that remains is Lawrence and the children in the fortress. Blocking our path are only bandits who have taken advantage of the confusion to raid villages. They are no problem for us. You can order Alan to defeat them in one blow if you want. However, your Highness, we have some fresh recruits in our army that could use some fighting experience. To them, bandits are relatively strong foes, so be careful not to push them too much. If possible, I would have liked to fight as well, but my body is not what it used to be. I will stay by your Highness' side and as your tactician. Well, your Highness, we should go! Alright. Woohoo! Oh my god, it's the music! Da 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 da! Alright, guys, this is Fire Emblem 3. First, let's do some configuration. We want the message to be a little bit quicker, but we don't want it to be instant, because that causes some problems. And I also like the cursor to be fast. Alright, here we are. We're fighting bandits, guys. Life is good. Let's take a look at our guys, shall we? Let's start off with Prince Mar. Yeah, for some weird reason he's named Mar here, but it is Marth. Marth is good in this game. He's always good. Like, he's nowhere near the god he was in Fire Emblem 1, but goddammit, he is still good in this game. Considering the stat caps are 20. Now, there are supports in this game. You know, not the supports we all know and love, but similar to the supports in Fire Emblem 5, where units will buff another unit if they're close to them. Units can only support with one other unit in this game, and just because a unit supports with another unit does not mean that the other unit supports them. In this case, Marth has to support with Sheeta, so whenever he's within 3 squares of Sheeta, he gets a 10% boost to his hit, avoidance, and critical. And Sheeta gets the same bonuses. However, there are cases where a character will support with another character, who will support with another character, so the bonuses aren't always mutually exclusive. Anyway, Marth's pretty darn good. In this game, everyone has 3% resistance growth. Like, it's a little bit of a joke, but that's how it goes. So, you might see some units leveling resistance, but it's pretty fucking damn rare. Anyway, Marth's pretty good. Can't promote in this game, but still, his growth kind of means he'll cap almost every single stat that is important. He'll definitely cap luck, that's for sure. And I do like luck in this game. It's a good stat. Alright, let's take a look at our social knights. We start off with 3. In good old school fashion, we have way more social knights than we know what to do with. This is Cecil. Cecil is a decent social knight. Her strength is a little bit low, and her defense is not great, but her other stats are pretty decent. She's got amazing skill and speed, which she will very likely cap. And she also gets solid base stats, and a support with Roddy, which is another one of the cavaliers we have here. Yeah, here he is, Roddy. He is, in my opinion, the best of the 3. He has the best combined growths, and he's just decent in every single area, really. His strength is also a lot better than Cecil's. Cecil, yeah, that's her name. And he has a 5% support from her as well. So, yeah, supports come in 10% and 5% shapes. Some are just better than others. Then we have our 3rd social knight. He's like in the middle of the... Actually, no, that's wrong. This guy is actually the worst of the 3. Mr. Luke, he has the worst combined growths. He's really just average in every single aspect except for hit points. Also got a small support with Cecil, but yeah, this guy is pretty underwhelming. Got decent base stats, at least, but yeah. And then we have Gordon, he's back. Gordon is love, Gordon is life. So Gordon is your classic archer. He is, he's dude doesn't have amazing growths, but he does start out pretty strong at level 5. Not really much to say about him. His defense is pretty good. Archers do have great defense in this game. They're kind of like armor knights with bows. That's really what they are. And he's also accompanied by his younger brother Ryan. Now Ryan is like an est version of Gordon. He has much better growths. He starts out at level 1. Worse base stats, but he will turn out a lot stronger than Gordon in the end if you do have the patience to train him. And they do have a 5% support with each other. So yeah, I do believe in my original my original playthrough, me and my friend decided to use Gordon simply because Gordon is less of a hassle to train, and archers do take a long time to train in this game. And of course, it's Mr. Doga! Yes, Doga. Doga follows the trend of armor knights having very low defense growth in this game, but at least he can promote to a general, and I do believe he gets 16 defense when he does so, so it doesn't really matter that he doesn't have a great defense growth, because he's gonna be around 16 to 18 defense anyway, which is pretty darn good. His growths aren't good, but he's an armor knight, and I do like armor knights in this game, simply because they wield lances on foots, which they are one of the few units capable of doing that. They are the only units capable of doing that, to my knowledge. And there is no weapon triangle advantage in this game, so they're pretty good against bandits as well. And we of course have the Jagan of the Jagans. It's Alan! He's the Jagan of this game. I do believe the story is that he got struck with an illness that produced his growths, or something like that. Yeah, this guy sucks. Absolutely. He's worse than the original Jagan. Lowest growths in the game, but he does work for whatever he does, and he does come with a nice silver lance, so... So our job is to take out these bandits, rescue the village, and eventually reach Lawrence, which has a broken lance. I guess the rebellion isn't going very well. He couldn't afford a lance. Now, a little bit of a spoiler, you can't recruit Lawrence in this game. You can see that because he doesn't have a luck or weapon level. The enemies share one trait in this game, and that's the fact that they have 0 luck and 0 weapon level. So you notice right from the get-go that if a unit, or that an enemy unit has luck and weapon level, that they can be recruited. This kind of gives it away, but, you know, I guess it's just how things are. So, I haven't really decided which units I want to use yet. I think I'm just going to use everyone to begin with, and I'm going to see what units I kind of get the feel for. I do like Roddy. I think he is my favorite social knights, simply because he has really good growths, and he starts out at level 1 as well. Let's see, can we kill this guy? 13 damage, he has 3 defense, and oh no, we're 1 hit point away from killing him, sadly. You also want to be really careful, because I'm not sure if units get increased movement on roads. I think they do, but I'm not sure. So when you fight on roads, I do believe you get minus 10 avoidance on roads. No, you don't, actually. You have... Ah, right, plains give you 5% avoidance in this game, whereas road gives you none, so... That's why roads are a little bit bad. However, it's not a ridiculous minus 10% avoid that took place in Fire Emblem 4. But yeah, doubling enemies at the start is not easy. What I might actually do here... I'm not really sure if I want to kill them with Alan, but I could weaken them a little bit. I could dismount and I could attack with a steel sword. That won't actually kill him. As if my calculations are correct, I'll double him for 10. Or... Okay, great. That's perfect. So at least I weaken this guy a little bit, so I can get the kill with... Luke. Okay, he only has a javelin. That's really bad. Perhaps I should dismount and use an iron sword instead. I think I will. You do get lower stats when you dismount, so that kind of sucks a little bit. Bandit fell! Horse blood. I do believe your stats do go down. Pretty sure they do. Let's see what Doga can do, because Doga is amazing. I do believe this... No, it won't be a kill. Fuck! I do believe if I use my rapier, I will double him. Because the rapier is ridiculously light. And then Doga should be able to finish the job. Ow! Oh, Marth! What the fuck, man? Yeah, the rapier also got some added critical to it. Well, I suppose what we could do is we could let Cecil take the kill. I am a little bit worried about these hand axes though. I'm not sure if they actually move or not in this game. She does have a slim lance, which, if I remember correctly, is a pretty good weapon. Let's see. Let's see, what's our attack speed? It's actually 0, so we won't double this guy. What if we dismount and use our iron sword? Then we will actually double him. Okay, cool. Because we have an attack speed of 4 with an iron sword. Which means we should attack twice. Come on, stop being hits. But hey, Roddy got some experience, so we're all good. And then... let's see if Doga can do something here. I think I'm going to attack with... is Cecil the trick with the javelin? No, what? Ah, crap, I thought she had a javelin. Never mind then. It's fine, Doga will handle this. Doga will impale puny bandits. Yes, come here, Doga, yes. Yeah, Doga enjoys carnage and blood. I'm a little bit worried about Ryan, though. Yeah. No, I think we're good, actually. No, he can move all the way. Fuck. Yeah, I don't think Ryan can take 2 hits from these guys, actually. Have I fucked up? Oh, Thief arrived! What? Yeah, I might just lose. God damn it. No, I actually think Ryan will survive 2 hits. Will he? Yeah, he will. Archer's got good defense in this game, what can I say? Yeah, he's fine. Wow, Ryan even dodged, so that's great. Oh, fuck you, thief. I think Marth is the only guy who can visit villages. Yeah. This fucker got 24 hit points. So we need to weaken him a little bit. That's really the only thing we can do with Ryan. This guy has 1 hit point, so who should we give the kill to? Roddy, I think. Definitely. I do want to try to give the kills. I think Roddy is the guy I want to use, and I'm a little bit undecided on Ryan and Gordon yet. I do like Gordon a lot. I do enjoy snipers more though in this game, I gotta say. Can this guy reach me? He seems pretty stationary. I guess I could send Alan to test the waters. That's kind of what Alan is good for anyway, isn't it? Let's see, 16 hit points left. I could just weaken him with Gordon, I suppose. Then I could let Doga get the kill. That works. I do like Doga a lot in this game. Come on, Doga. Doga, 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 Doga. Alright, I suppose we should send Marth to, we could let Marth visit a house. This country no longer has any young girls. The Imperial soldiers took them all away. Especially beautiful girls who were all taken by General Lang. What kind of world has this become? What? A world without girls? Wow. Oh my god, Marth is a convoy in this game. Yes! Oh! No more fucking storehouses. Yeah, a world without girls. Doesn't sound like a girl I would like to be in. I heard General... What are you doing here? We just visited you. I heard General Lawrence resided at Talis Island in his youth. At that time, Talis was not unified and there were conflicts between the island tribes. The general helped a youthful chief to unite the island. From that day on, the general and the chief, now the current King Talis, has always been in contact. Oh, yeah, right. That always really fucking annoyed me with this game. You can press visit again, and we did that all the fucking time when we were playing. Oh my god, it was fucking terrible. Oh, come on. Waits. Yeah, always press waits. Okay. General Rollins recovered the children from Wendell, hoping to raise them at Gruna. When the Empire found out, he ordered him to hand over the children. The general hid the children away because he feared they would be killed. Following that, he lost his power, and then Commander Lang came. In order to find the children, Lang performed many atrocities. Eventually, we rebelled because we could no longer stand him, but everything's over. The people of this country will all be killed by Lang. Wow. People are a little bit... God, these thieves. It seems like these bandits are stationary. However, we have to visit this village with Marth. Look at that. What the fuck are you wearing, woman?
Oh, please spare this girl. She's just 10 years old. She hasn't even finished her training as a sister.
Don't worry, old lady. We're not going to take this child.
Huh? Aren't you a soldier of the Empire?
No, you got the wrong idea. We haven't come here to fight. If you require anything, please ask. We have some food. Please take it if you want.
Wait, please, take me with you.
You're really only 10 years old?
Actually, I've already become of age, but...
What? What does that mean? What does that mean?
But my grandmother lied for me so the soldiers wouldn't take me away. Well, I know...
Okay, so she's not 10.
Well...
Really? I think they would have just taken her anyway if she didn't look like she... Never mind.
Well, I know I will stay here. I will eventually be discovered and captured by the Imperial soldiers. Lang soldiers are like beasts, but you're different. You have very kind eyes. Please take me out of this country to your own country. Is that alright, grandmother?
Of course, you will be much safer compared to here. Young lad, I beg you, please protect this girl. If you want, it would be no problem for her to become your bride. This child, like me in the past, is a beautiful girl. She will definitely make a fine wife. Malaysia, if this youth was to be your husband, you would be happy, right?
Honestly, grandmother, it's far too early. Malaysia doesn't know what to do.
What? Alright, well, Malaysia, she's a sister. Nothing really much to say about her. Her growths are not great. Her luck is, or her base luck is decent. But yeah, strength does actually increase the strength of healing in this game, as far as I know. At least her resistance is decent, her base resistance, that is. I mean, healers have great resistance in this game. But hey, it's a healer, and she doesn't really need good stats for that. So, alright, so I do wonder if I can turn off her animation without... I'm pretty sure I can turn off her animation. Yeah, I can. And that won't turn off the animations of the other units. We really like doing this because the healing animation is boring as fuck to watch. Yeah. You don't really see her experience going up, but her experience does go up.